everybody, I'm Hemapriya. On behalf of Sri Aurobindo Society, I welcome you all. In this video, I'm going to talk about New Age Experiential Innovative Ideas, which was compiled by Zero Investment Innovation for Education Initiative, that is ZIIEI. So in this video, I'm going to share you a zero investment idea which was brought up from the state Jammu and Kashmir. An innovative teacher will develop an innovative case study called self-learning. I think most of the students are lacking in self-learning. Whenever a student has to learn something, a teacher has to tell that you learn this, man, you do this work. So there will be a forcible way of learning it. So a teacher wanted to inbuilt a skill called self-learning where they have to learn themselves. They wanted to get their own interest to learn different subjects, so that a teacher would be creating an idea, innovative idea called local knowledge. Whereas a teacher would be taking the students to the outside of the world, and a teacher would be discussing about the practical knowledge where practical knowledge would be shared to the students. For example, a teacher would be talking about a museum, what are all the things in the museum and all, in the textbook, but they don't see any museum. So it's the teacher's responsibility is to take all the students to the museum and to show them what is there in the museum. Not only that, if a teacher wanted to describe about farmers, how do we eat, how do that rice comes from, so a cultivated soil, how do the soil forms, it's the teacher responsibility to take students out of the class and to provide them the knowledge. What is the local knowledge? How do they get rice? They wanted to go to that farming land. How do the soil, red soil, there are a lot of soils, different types of soils, so they wanted to get the knowledge about different types of soils and their colors, their textures. So these are all the things students has to touch and they have to feel it. So that is the local knowledge. So it's not the responsibility to teach only the bookish knowledge to the students. A teacher's responsibility is to teach outside the box. So that is where this local knowledge idea comes from. So local knowledge in the sense they have to learn, get the knowledge outside the box, where every student has to take it out and they have to do a small excursion outside the world, and they have to learn from the practical visual seeing. So that is how their knowledge will get really developed. So once they are out to learn many different things, they will be they don't have been a limited way of learning things. They will be broad-minded learning skills. They will be developing broad-minded learning skills around the outside the world also. So this is the way where students would be getting an exposure, getting a local knowledge about how the things are really working on. So not only that, students would be aware about which is good, which is bad, which is correct, which is wrong. So they will be having a knowledge of differentiating what is good and bad. So these are all the skills required for self-learning things. Then only a students can learn something better from these type of local knowledge. I think you can also implement this small innovative idea in your classrooms. If you wanted to know more about our innovative ideas, you can subscribe to our channel called ZIIEI. If you're watching these videos on the Facebook, make sure you like our page. Thank you so much.